Welcome to Archery Universe, and today I'm going to tell you why I love the Jeremy Riggin Outdoors camera arm. Hey, thanks for joining us today on Archery Universe. And today I'm going to tell you a little about some camera arms that I tried this year and why I ended up on the Jeremy Riggin's Outdoors camera arm. So I started off with the Muddy, and you know, I guess for what it is, it probably is a pretty good value. It was only $54 on Amazon for the complete camera arm with the head. It's okay until you got to put it in a backpack. It weighs about I think it's 5.7 pounds is what I weighed it. I'll put that up on the screen for you. And I could have worked around the weight, but when you look at the sheer bulk of it, I literally had to buy a bigger backpack just to be able to fit my camera arm in it. And while I might could have got by with the weight, I just couldn't handle the bulk of that. So I went to doing some research and looking around on YouTube and checking out some other reviews of camera arms. And so I come across Jeremy Riggin Outdoors. He has a YouTube page as well as Instagram. And I'll put a link to his YouTube page down in the comments or down in the description, and you can check out his page. And so this is his camera arm. He has some videos on his page actually how to make it yourself if you're that kind of guy, or he'll make you one and sell you one just like I done. So I once I seen it, I went on Instagram, found his account, sent him a message and had him build me one of these. And honestly, he was booked up. He had to wait till he got into a next batch to send me one, but that's how I got this one. And I was excited about it with the features in it, and when I got it in, I honestly can say it has lived up to everything I expected it to be, and then some. So I'll tell you a few things that I like about it. One is just the fact that it's in 3 sections, and so you can see how long that makes it. So it actually is from the tree to the center of the head is almost 29 inches. It's like 28 3/4 inches to the center of the head from the edge of the tree when this thing's mounted on a tree. Versus with the Muddy, it's 2 sections, and I think it's about 25 3/4 to the center of the head. So you got about 4 inches, 3.5 inches longer on this Jeremy Riggin Outdoors camera arm versus the Muddy. And where that really is a benefit is when you're filming, trying to get your camera around you, like especially if you're leaning in a climber or a ladder stand and you're trying to pull the camera around the front of you, that length makes a difference. Honestly, the fact that it's in 3 sections makes a difference. It's much easier to get that camera around you when you have the 3 sections. As you're like me and I was hunting a saddle several times this year, I like to have that camera mounted about waist high on my right side, and I can swing that with the 3 sections. It's really easy to swing it through between me and the tree and have that on my good side. Or if you like, one time I had to move the camera to the other side because the deer was behind the tree to me, so I had to swing the camera arm around and back to the other side of the tree, and having those 3 sections made that much easier for me. So that's just a couple of things. We're going to go over here and put it on a tree, show you how it looks on a tree and how easy it moves. You know, there may be a better way, but the way I've come up with putting this on the tree is I actually like to pull the arm out, and I'll put it against the tree and lean on it, run my strap around the tree, and hook it back on the button. So you want to get your strap good and tight with this bolt backed out. And if you look on the top here, there's a level, and so we're going to start with that centered out front, and then we're going to screw this screw in until it's in the middle. Now what we're doing, a couple of things there, we're tightening this strap as well as leveling our camera arm. So once we get that as tight as we want it and get that so the bubbles inside there, now you see we have full control of this arm. Now if I'm hunting in my saddle, I'm going to hunt with this right here at, you know, with the say 5 o'clock position on the tree, and that lets me pull it all the way around, film behind the tree on that side, or all the way around and film behind the tree on that side. And of course from my saddle I can swing around. Same thing, I can actually film behind me, really easy get a full 360-degree view. Have to say, the ease of movement on this arm is just amazing. And so we're going to put the Muddy Outdoors on right above this, and so you'll be able to see kind of a comparison in how the two arms move. And so again, this is a small rig fluid head. There's tons of heads out there. You can find some even that are cheaper than this one. Again, I went with this one because it's all metal, and I had had some experience with small rig equipment before, so that was why I chose this one. All right, so let's put the Muddy Outdoors on above this one now and show you how it moves compared to this one. Okay, so one of the big differences with the Muddy is your mount goes on the tree before you put the arm on. So similarly, we're going to run the strap around the tree. I'll lean against it to hold it. And then we'll go over the button. Gonna pull it tight. Now it's got a ratchet strap on it, so it's easy to get it nice and snug. But the level is actually on the arm here, so you really need to get it started, get it a little bit snug, and then put your camera arm in. So now we've got a level on the top of that, so we'll do the same thing. We're going to pull it tight. And so one of the things I noticed is as I tighten that, my level moves. So I kind of have to work the level. Now, so that's set easy enough. Now if we look at those right on top of each other, you can see the difference in length. Shows up pretty easily there. And now then, just the difference in how it moves. So I still can get around the back of the tree. I still can get to this side of the tree. It's just doesn't move as easy as this arm does. So when I use this one, having the 3 sections really makes it swing around the tree well, versus the Muddy, I have to do a little more effort to swing it around. Same thing when I come behind me. You know, kind of have to do a little more work to get it around. And again, the bulk. The bulk was my biggest thing. Honestly, I could have worked around. You know, to me, this is a bonus. The fact that this one moves so easy, it's just a bonus that I get for free. So, the reason I like this arm has more to do with the bulk than anything else, and less to do with the ease of movement. But now that I have it and I'm using it, the ease of movement is amazing, and that's pretty easy to see even just watching me. So and I could loosen it up some probably and make it move a little easier, but I really think the 3 arms is just a much better system. So now, so obviously if I was sitting in a tree stand, I would be sitting with my back to the tree. And same thing, I like to have my camera about waist height, and so that lets me move all out in front of me. If I got to shoot to this side, come all around here. I can get around behind the tree if I need to. I could even, if I had to, swing the camera behind me and get to this side of me. Where doing that with this one, I could, but once again, it's harder. So the ease of movement is certainly a big value. For me, I'm gonna go back to the bulk. For some of you, it might, just like me, it may be worth buying this one to be cheap to get started, but you're going to end up changing. It's going to be my bet. So taking it off the tree is as simple as mashing a button on here, pull it around, unhook the button, and I'll wrap the strap around it. I usually back the screw in so that it's prepared for my next hunt already. I turn the arm to my fluid head so that it lines up here, and that is my whole pack. That's everything I have to have for my camera. So now I just drop that straight down in my backpack. Takes up very little space and only a little over 3 pounds. We come to the Muddy. This is probably one of the things I like the most about the Muddy, is that when I want to take it off the tree, I can take this off first, and so that gets rid of the bulk that I'm handling. Now I've got to put that in my backpack. This part's actually pretty light, but just look at the difference in the bulk there. Huge difference. And again, I had to buy a bigger pack just to hold this when I started. Then it's as simple as taking the ratchet strap loose, swinging it around. What I usually done was drop that in my pack first, put this in on top of it. So now you've got these two pieces for your strap for your arm for the Muddy, versus this for your arm for the Jeremy Rigging Outdoors. Once again, I'll post a link in the description down below so you can check out Jeremy Riggins Outdoors channel. He does have some DIY videos on how to make this, or you can contact him through Instagram, which is the way I've done it, and purchase one. Appreciate you guys joining us. Hang in there for some new videos. We got a lot of new stuff coming. Hope to see you again. God bless, shoot straight, and we'll see you next time.